Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're installing American Adventure Lab front fender liners, or wheel liners, in our Ruby Beast. If you saw the previous video, we installed the rear ones, and these things are nice, guys. You got quick releases, and you can take the whole wheel liner out and clean behind there. See how dirty it is back there? Legit, take it out, get a power washer, and just clean behind here, because you weren't able to do that with the rough countries. And you got more wheel clearance as well, which is really nice, and I'll show you what I mean about that. It was on the passenger side with the rough countries. My 13.5 wide 37-inch Mickey Thompsons, they were rubbing every time we compressed the suspension, but now we are good to go. We have no rubbage at all, and I'm a huge fan. So today we're going to be installing the front ones, but I'm going to have to take the fender out because I also got these upgraded retainer clips from American Adventure Lab for the front fender. And you guys ask, why would you want more, why would you want your fender to be more secure? Well, we gutted these fenders, so they're already flimsy. I've also ripped the passenger side fender off a couple times, and the clips are not really, I mean, it's barely held in there right now. So these retaining clips, they're gonna replace these white guys, these white clips right here, are gonna make a big difference. I'm gonna remove this. We did a whole video on gutting these when we installed American Adventure Lab's Highline fender braces, which I absolutely love, and they take a beating as well. They got whacked and hit a few times the passenger side. Here, I'll show you. If you guys are new to the channel, yeah, see how it's cracked in half, cracked there. It still works. Yeah, this fender's a little hurt, but it's on there. But see how flimsy that is, guys? We're gonna fix that problem. We're also gonna put their awesome quick release front fenders in. So again, if you have to do maintenance on your Jeep, it's a quick release and it's all bolt on. You don't have to do anything crazy. I do have to address an issue with this, but I'm thinking the one bracket that mounts right here onto the frame, I think we're gonna be all right. It's gonna be able to slide behind there. If not, I'm probably gonna loosen this up and put it behind there. You're just not gonna use one of the bolts. I'm not gonna lie, I miss having Tracy in the shop. I got Jesse over there. We're finishing up Jesse's. He had to put some new motors and shocks in your rock slide engineering steps. But yeah, it's nice having Tracy here because then I can talk about what we're doing. And when I'm doing it, this is what I do. I put the camera up, I do what I need to do, but I don't have time to explain. I'm going through it. So, but this right here, guys, is exactly why I love the American Adventure Lab wheel liners, fender liners, whatever you want to call them, because they quick disconnect and you can remove them. Look how filthy it is in there. But also, on the other hand, gives you the opportunity to clean this stuff, but you have full access to everything in here if you need to do work on it. If something happens on the trail, you're not removing. You saw all the crap I had to remove to get the wheel liner out. So yeah, full access, pretty cool. So I'm just gonna jump over to the passenger side, remove everything over there, and then we're gonna clean this up a little bit because you can see a little bit of rocks up there. We're gonna get to installing the new wheel liners. I'm kind of excited, and I'll show you what we're gonna do here. Actually works out. There's a gap on the other side. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a bracket that goes here. There's a gap on the other side of it. It's gonna fit right down there. I think we're gonna be fine. If it rattles, we'll have to address it down the road, but I think we're gonna be good with just one bolt there. Oh, I still got to remove that. That's part of the rough country kit. I got both fenders off, both wheel liners out, and I actually had to remove the fender braces because there is a clip here and it's almost impossible to get to. And this bolt right here for your fender brace is fun to get to as well. I'll probably show you a trick. Actually, we showed you when we did the install on that, but now the next step is I'm going to put nut-certs in, 10 on each side. We're going to put nut-certs in these holes along here. This one I believe is just a guide hole, but all along here for our new Fender retaining clips from American Adventure Lab. All right, guys, now that we got all the nut-certs in, all 10 of them, as you can see, we are gonna install the fender. But we're not gonna install, I believe it's these two here. We're not gonna install those 2 bolts. And I'm gonna show you what they look like, these new retainers. This is what the new retainers look like, the Fender retainers from American Adventure Lab. You get these 2 little notches, but actually there's 2 holes in your fender where these would go into. They'll seat up next to. And then this is a nice flat retainer with nice hardware too, by the way, guys. And you're just going to install 10 of these, but like I said, because we're going to be installing those, we're going to wait to install the top ones because we have to install a bracket, that bracket there. You got these 2 little blocks right there, and then if you look up there in your fender, you got 2 little notches in the fender, and then you have where you put your nut-cert in. This is how they go in, just like that. Now I'm going to hand tighten all these first, because you definitely don't want to strip out a nut-cert. We're just going to install all 8 of these. Going to leave these 2 out for now. We have to reinstall our Highline fender brace right there. We'll start with the hardest first, which will be this one, because it's fun to get down in there. Much easier to do. Start this one first and then, right, Jesse?
Oh yeah.
Cool. Now we can officially start installing the new wheel liners. You're gonna use the M8 self-tapping bolt for this bolt hole. This hole, it's a factory hole. And what I'm gonna do is we're gonna get it started here first. Probably best if you use a power tool to do this. Like I said, on this side, I'm not going to remove the Synergy sector shaft brace. We're just going to slide it down in behind here. This is the part you're going to be installing right here. As you can see, it's got D for driver. And in between the bracket and the frame of the Jeep, you're going to be installing these nylon spacers. So this is going to go here, and then your new bracket's going to go on the other side of it. I don't know, that's pretty dang on secure. All honesty and truth and fairness, I messed up. This bracket goes in right here, like so. And as you can see, it's already got rib nuts in there. I installed rib nuts because I ordered the extra kit to do the whole fender. I didn't need to do that because this already has it. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to cut these nut-certs out of this bracket because I already got them in there and they supply hardware. So we're gonna install this next, but I'm gonna have to cut these out first. Now that we have the nut-certs drilled out, this goes behind the actual fender. And yeah, there is a pin behind the fender that you probably should take your fender off and put it through. There's actually a hole right there. Install this before you reinstall your fenders. There is a guide pin here. As you can see, there's a hole for it. I end up snipping it out because the one's missing on the other side. My fenders are totally mangled. I got a little overzealous and started moving past the instructions because I didn't read the instructions for this yet, thinking I wouldn't have to worry about it, but apparently you do. So you're gonna use, again, the retainer clips, the new ones from American Adventure Lab, and their supplied M6 button head bolts. And here is bracket number 3, and as you can see, there are nut-certs in this. I installed nut-certs in the fender. I guess, oh my God, I love doing it. I hate running into issues when I'm filming and installing all by myself. It's easier when you're the one just filming, but when you're doing the installation in both, it sucks. So this kit, these retainer clips for the fenders, that's a separate kit. I did not know that the liner kit came with almost as many nut-certs. I mean, it's almost, I mean, because you got 1, 2, 3, 4 nut-certs so far, and I bet you I'm gonna run into a nut. Nah, actually, I think that's a separate one down there, lower. So, yeah, I mean, we're looking at 4 nut-certs out of the 10 in the kit. So, I really wish I would have known that first, but you guys will know moving forward, thanks to me. As many of you know, I started a new job, and it consumes a lot of my time, and a lot of my time, I don't really have a lot of time anymore. I mean, it just consumes so much, and I'm working non-stop. And here I am Saturday, where I should be home spending time with family, but after I'm done doing this install, I'm gonna edit another video and try to get it uploaded tonight. So Sundays are usually my only day to spend with family. I'm gonna drill these out. I'm gonna install this bracket next. This guy's gonna go right here. Let's go cut these nut-certs out. It installs like this, behind the fender. For the third mounting point, you're gonna remove these 2 push clips that retain the factory void plug. Now with that out, you're gonna see that there's a D there, letting you know it's for the driver. And this actually mounts behind these 2 tabs. And you're gonna use the M6 button head bolts to install this. Just had to note this on the passenger side. So you'll see this little Christmas tree, this wire retainer. You're gonna have to pop that out, it's right there. The second spacer is gonna go here for your front furthest most bolt. And if you are doing this, you don't need to use a power ratchet or anything like that. You could do it by hand if you had to, it's no big deal. But I just want to show you that there are some differences up here. Same with the other side. That spacer was only for the front furthest most bolt. The back one doesn't require one, it's flat. You can see the frame actually goes in here. Well, it's kind of dark, but you can see there's a weld here and a frame goes in, spacer goes there. This one's flat against the frame. So I got the 2 panels assembled loosely, and we're gonna start installing. .5mm Allen key, we're gonna start installing our quick connects. Man, that's nice. I love it. It's definitely gonna make life so much easier when you want to clean in there. Yeah, I should have cleaned first, guys. Yeah, I know. Basically just giving it 1/4 turn and you are good to go. And the last one, number 6. Now with the quick releases all in and installed, we're going to tighten down these 4 button head bolts, which I may have said was 5/32 earlier. It's actually a 4mm. The fitment on this is awesome. I really like the fitment of this a lot. Man, this fender feels a lot more firmer. Definitely a lot more sturdier, for sure. We're gonna repeat the process on the passenger side. It's basically the same thing. You got this bracket here where you have to install your spacers between the bracket and the frame with your self-tapping bolts. And then you have your bracket up top, and you got a lower bracket here, and a bracket here. Same thing. Well guys, both sides are installed, and I must say, again, I love the fitment, I love the quality, I love the quick disconnect, and I'll let you know how that bolt works with the Synergy sector shaft. But yeah, I'm beyond stoked and happy at the way these things came out and the way they look and the way they installed. As always, guys, I'll have all the information for these fender liners in the video description below. And if you need any AMSOIL, make sure you check out bsynthetics.com. I'm AMSOIL Dealer. When you purchase your AMSOIL, for me, it helps support the channel. I'm exhausted, guys. Wrenched here pretty much all day. Helped Jesse out for a little bit and then back and forth on this thing. And yeah, I'm exhausted, but it's worth it. And I love, again, look at the rear fitment. It's perfect. Just beyond happy. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna put the Jeep down. I'm gonna get Beast 3.0, and then I'm gonna go home and spend time with the family. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're stopping by for the first time, make sure you smash, tap, do something to that subscribe button. Turn on all those notifications. Check out allbeastprojects.com. That's us. It's our merch. You can get more information. Our partners like American Adventure Lab. There's also discounts. I don't have one for American Adventure Lab, unfortunately, but man, I love their stuff, and I think we're gonna add some more stuff from American Adventure Lab on this Jeep. I'm gonna go. I'm exhausted. I know I said it a million times. Exhausted. I'll see you in the next upload.